I come to you today with God's love and mercy. Anytime you see me on your screen, just know Jesus has a message for you. Listen, do you know that time is the only thing you cannot retrieve? Yes. Sometimes we can gain and lose friends. We can gain and lose money. Even gain and lose business. An opportunity can come today that we will receive. We can get it again the next time. Listen, but the hours lost in idleness can never come back for a gainful pursuit. Today, I'm talking about how to recover lost opportunities. I know you've lost some time, you've lost some hours, but you're going to find out how to turn those hours into something very meaningful. Yes, I want you to call your friends, call your family, call everybody, and tell them Cheers to God is on. Because when you do this, God has a blessing for you. I'm Naana Morrison, and this is Cheers to God. Today, I have with me in the studio an author, a pastor, a life coach, a financial advisor. I call her Mommy, but you know what? She's the highly esteemed Pastor Mina Adu. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you for being on Cheers to God.
Thank you so much for having me.
Mommy, God bless you.
See you too.
I love this woman so much. She is a great woman of impact. I talk to her like a million times every day. And I mean, every day I talk to her, I hang up the phone, there's a message from her. Thank you for being so selfless and allowing God to use you, Mommy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Today, I want to see, there's so much I want to take from this book. So much. She's the author of the book, Pick It Up and Run. And today we are talking about how to recover lost opportunities, because that's the other name for the book too. So, why do you love Jesus so much?
That's a very, very interesting question. Jesus is all that I have. He's all that I need. And I love him because without him, who else?
Who else?
There's nobody. And that's why I love him.
Everything about you just shows that you love Jesus. And then I read this book, and I fell so much in love with the book. It's a different kind of book, because she puts herself in the book, and then she gives you where she made the mistake and how she corrected it. It's so perfect. Mommy, this book means something. Why? What happened? I mean, there's something about you that speaks fight. Where did you pick that from?
Well, it all started from my infancy. And I'm the second of the three children that my parents had. And as a second born, I came to realize that I have to fight for so many things for my life. Why? Because my younger sister was almost a year behind me. And so we grew up almost like twins. She was very close. And so I personally did not have the opportunity to be pampered, to be cared for like a baby. So every time that there's something and I want to cry together like babies do, my parents would tell me that, no, you're not a baby. Your younger sister is there, so you can't be like a baby. When I become like an adult too, they say, oh, your big sister is there. So I never had a chance. So I realized that if I don't fight for things for myself, I'll never get it. And I believe that's where that spirit developed within me, that I have to fight for what I need.
Yes.
Because you know what? Life will not present you what you want.
You have to fight for it.
You have to fight for it.
Yeah.
You have to demand it.
When you say fight for it,
that's...
People of the world believe fight a different way. I mean, as a believer, as a child of God, we want to learn, what is fight? How do a believer fight for something?
A believer's fight is on your knees. Because remember, we did not just drop from the skies. God made us, and he gave us to our parents, and they gave birth to us. And so while you are growing up, you know that for me, I realized that the only way that I can attain what I want is to go to the one who made me. And that is why I go to him in prayer and I ask him for what I need. Mama won't give it to you because baby is there. Daddy won't give it to you. Your older sister is there. And so the only way is to go to the one who made mommy and daddy. Because if I can get God to work on them, I get what I need.
Yeah, I think I experienced that to myself. But that's almost like the story of David as a child. Because even to the point where when Prophet Samuel came to the house and David was not there, and the father didn't even remember. It means he was the child that was left alone. I mean, and he got closer to God. So if you're going through that, it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just really seek God, and he's going to really just turn your life around. Mommy, recovering lost opportunities is a very important thing, dear to my heart.
Yes.
Because just seeing the path where God has taken me from to get here, it's easy now because he really showed me what I'm supposed to do and what I have to do. But before, it wasn't easy. If a member of your church, if anybody walk up to you and say, Pastor Mina, who am I? How can I know who I am? What would you tell them?
If a person comes to me and say, who am I? That person really have to sit down and look at themselves. Because what has God placed within you? Whatever God places within you, he gives you energy. He gives you the grace to attain it. And so that is what you need to begin to look in yourself to find out, what is it that God has blessed me with? I'm not talking about something that you're paying money for to acquire. I'm talking about first looking within yourself. There is something in everybody that if you are able to discover that thing, it will turn around for you.
And it's easier when you know the Lord. When you know the Lord, it's easier because he helps you discover it. The Spirit helps you discover it.
That's right.
But if an unbeliever is watching us and they are confused right now, what would be your advice to them?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You're an unbeliever. You don't know the Lord, so probably you don't even know how to pray. But there is something within you. I've seen people who their smile alone turns people off. They'll be like, oh, wow, this lady's smile has pulled me to herself. So everybody has something, and that's what God gave to us.
Yes.
But the advantage the believer has is that for you, you know how to connect with the one who gave it to you. And that's what makes it easy for the believer.
Yes.
Because whereas the unbeliever is struggling finding it where and how and all of that, the believer would go to God. And sometimes in dreams, sometimes even within the children, God will just speak to you in a way.
Yeah.
So any believer should not say that I don't know what I can do.
And he didn't give us even the spirit of fear. So we do everything without fear. He backs us up like, listen, if you're a believer and you're going through this, please go back to the word. God has a message for you. Mommy,
that's right.
This is me, but I know there's somebody going through it.
Yes.
When I close my eyes, I see a powerful person. I mean, I see something great ahead of me.
That's right.
When I talk, I know that I have to act a certain way because somebody's watching me. But
That's
you know,
right.
I'm not in that space. But I feel it. And I know there are so many people watching me who feel the same. They know that I'm supposed to become something great.
That's right.
Mommy, listen, how can anybody communicate? They communicate this thing in them in order for it to manifest. What's the way to speak this dream that you have, you feel it, you see? How can it manifest for the world to know that I have found my purpose, but this is what you guys need to really know about me?
Yeah, because there's one thing that I see that it works. A lot of people don't know it because the words are powerful. Words are spirit. So let's just say that you feel it. You feel that you are a great person. Maybe you feel that out of the greatness you will become, let's just use you as an example, that you know that you have a talk show and talk to people. Let that become your words. Let that become who you are. Because whatever you say, you will possess it down the road. And so you begin to speak it. You begin to speak it. And then look for people who are also doing the same thing. Connect with them. One thing, though, I want to put it, I know a guy who did that, and every time he goes to the people, he was pushing himself too much on them, so they rejected him. You see? But you know what you are looking for, so you take your time to build relationship with people. And that is something that a lot of people don't know. Build relationship first with who you want to learn from.
Build relationship from who you want to learn from. So mommy is saying that it's okay that you feel that this thing, you see yourself in a different space. It's really telling you that you're more than where you are right now. I'm going to go back. See, we have to go on a break. But when I come back, we're going to talk about the book and everything inside. Relax. Don't leave because I have so many good things coming to your way. Enjoy. I will be back.
God bless you.
At the Naana Morrison Foundation, we support children and widows. providing long-term solutions to help lift them out of poverty. We believe the Word of God cannot be shared on an empty stomach. So please, donate to support, and let's end starvation and hunger. We accept and encourage donations from anyone, but our best partners are you, the local churches and faith-based community. Your support, big or small, can make a huge impact on other people's lives. Please, donate.
Welcome back, yes. And this is still Cheers to God, and I'm Naana Morrison. I still have in the studio Ps Mina Adu, and we're going straight into the book. We talked about how to find our purpose, how to pay attention to little details. So, Mommy, reading your book, from the book, you said that we human beings are our own enemies. We have built this huge protective of deception wall around us that prevents us from being great. Mommy, what are some of these protective walls of deception?
Yes. I believe that sometimes some of the walls that we build around us is laziness. Laziness and procrastination. There are times that I've seen that even myself, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. And I keep pushing it off. I keep putting it off. And that becomes a wall around you. Because not until you break out of that procrastination, you will never get to do anything.
Wow.
It is a wall that it's not somebody building it, but it's you.
Building yourself. So
and that's the sad part.
The enemy is the self, your own self.
That's the sad part.
Mommy, so if a believer has fear in them, it means it's not coming from God.
No.
He didn't give us the spirit of fear.
No. He did not give us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind.
Sound mind. And the only way to overcome fear is prayer. Prayer and the word. Because you are referring the word back to that fear. And sometimes the fear is the thing that you cannot do. You see it in front of you, but something is pushing you not to do it. And just talk to that thing and say, no, I am not a child of fear. Just speak the word and just listen. God will take you there. You can do it. Reading your book, there was something that opened your eye. There was this woman that you said had come to you to ask for a space.
Oh, my goodness.
To sell something. Yes. Mommy, go back to that story again.
That story is very, very interesting. And I thank God for that because it really opened my eye and it pushed me into the place that I needed to be. Because within my heart, I knew that there was something I had to do. I didn't even take time to think about it. But this is what the story happened. There was a lady in my neighborhood who is very influential. Everybody knows her from that city. And she went on a trip and got in an accident, lost her life. So the funeral was set for 3 days. And that lady lives in my neighborhood. So that 3 days, people all over the town were coming to the house, back and forth with that funeral going on. And my house was just at the corner from that lady. So you pass by my house to go to the lady's home. So the day of the burial, usually after they bury the person, they come home, family and friends come to visit the family and they do donations. So my home was sitting right there and everybody was passing my home.
Just next to where they're doing the funeral?
Yes. And this lady came to me and said, and as a matter of fact, everybody's porch, garage, whatever you call it, it was filled with the mourners. So this lady came to my house and said, ma'am, can I just put my table here and sit by you? I said, sure, come sit sit there. She came and she said, oh, can I get a table? I said, yes, I have a table. I ran to my room, my living room. I brought a table, big table for her. She said, oh, can I put some drinks in your refrigerator? I said, sure. I pulled my things out. I said, come, put your drinks in there. What did she ask again? She asked for a table. She asked for a fridge. And she set herself up. So when the mourners were passing to go to the place, as soon as they reach there and they see drinks and stuff on the table, they just stop right there. And the lady will serve them. And then she will tell them, oh, the drink is so much. And they will give her money and they will sit there and drink. So, the crowd were then coming to my home so much.
To just buy from her.
To buy from that lady. And the people, the dead lady's family, I guess, realized that people were coming to my home so much, so they came and set a table there.
For that donation.
So as a donation table. So when people come to buy drinks from the lady, then they will do donation with that lady as well, with the person they put there. So that continued until, traffic was going down. But what hit me was that every now and then she'll call me and say, ma'am, please, can you put more drinks in the refrigerator? I said, sure, I got you. And I'll put the drinks in the refrigerator can I get some drinks? And I would just take it and
what was the lesson from this story? What did you learn out of it?
Oh, Jesus. The lesson was that, why did I miss this opportunity? If mourners would not go and get free drink, but choose to buy drinks from this lady and still do donation. I said to myself, why didn't I get this idea? Why didn't it hit me that, Mina, you can also sell? It wasn't a problem to the mourners. No, they were okay with it. The family, the deceased family, they were okay with it. But I said, what made me not think? Yeah. And immediately came to me, time and chance happens to them.
What did you do afterwards?
Afterwards? Oh, first then I cried. I cried because the sad thing, I didn't even ask the lady what her name was.
Because in your book, you said you had to go ahead and now open a store?
Yes. After the crying, the second thing I did was, now I got to know that. So my house is positioned in the right place that passerbys can stop. So I put my table there, got candies and little things, and I sold. People passed by, so they bought from me. But I still remember that, and I said, man.
It's okay. You know why? Because the reason why I'm asking what you did afterwards, because even though it hurts you so bad, you still think about it. It's human. But then you make changes to that. Yes. And that's the thing. We lose the time. It's okay. But we're not going to waste the one that's coming or the one in front of us. We're not doing that. No. And there's this thing about the church, Mommy. They always say, it's your time, but not your turn. Mommy, talk about that. Because it's like, to me, that's something bad. Because it's always your time. You're praying. You're praying to God. He's giving you ideas. You see visions in your dream. When is the turn? Mommy, please.
I think as a pastor, I think sometimes we say that so people can feel at ease, feel okay. But truly, before God, your time is your time.
It's now.
When the time comes, it has come. Your turn is now. He says, today you hear my voice, harden not your heart. It is time. It is time, but we lose that opportunity sometimes. Like I did with this lady. I lost it, but I did not let that stay. I turned it around.
Yeah.
Because I did something for myself, and from then on, I've been moving like wildfire. I've not stopped.
Because, Mommy, you realize that so many times we think it is not our time, but we make a move. I mean, unbelievers, we've been talking about this a lot. Unbelievers think of a dream, think of something, and the next minute you're doing it.
Yes.
If it's going to last, that's between them and God. But they do it. But we believers, God gives us the vision and we sit on it. And it's sad.
Yes,
it's very sad. Reading your book, you said the Holy Spirit told you that when you were trying to discover yourself, He told you that you were not spiritual enough. Do you need to be spiritual in order to fulfill your purpose and become who you're supposed to be? How spiritual must you be?
No, actually, that was not what I meant.
Okay.
Because I said something there, and I said that Don't think that it's spiritual. It's not spiritual, because if you hold yourself back, don't tell me it's a spiritual thing. Because God has given you, all you have to do is to act in faith. Just make that move. Do it anyway and let God do his part. Do it anyway. But if you don't do it and you're wasting your time, you're sitting there, procrastination, allowing fear to hold you back, you will sit there for years to come. You just have to do it. Just like we said, the unbeliever doesn't know God, but when it comes to them, they pick it up, they run.
And they do it.
And they do it. Whether it's going to go well or not, they just act in faith. They will say risk. They take the risk, right? But the believer doesn't take the risk. The believer takes faith.
And a believer, you're being spiritual for a reason. It's for you to be awakened and be intentional about yourself and who you are. It's for you to take charge. So whatever you have in your dream, take a step. Because God has ordained that path, and there are so many helpers on to help you.
That's right.
Stay connected with me. I'm going to go on a break, and I will be back.
At the Naana Morrison Foundation, we support children and widows, providing long-term solutions to help lift them out of poverty. We believe the Word of God cannot be shared on an empty stomach. So please, donate to support, and let's end starvation and hunger. We accept and encourage donations from anyone, but our best partners are you, the local churches and faith-based community. Your support, big or small, can make a huge impact on other people's lives. Please, donate.
Welcome back, welcome back. If you're just joining, we're talking about how to recover lost opportunities. And this is still Church to God, and I have Ps Mina Adu with me. Listen, still share, call your friends, let them come and listen, because still God has a word for you. Don't go away. Mommy, you're a pastor of Solution House. Yes. This book is so good. One of the best books I've read. I can't go into it because our time is so limited. But I need you to get this book. It will change your life on how you think about the things you've lost. It would help you grow and build. You need it. I want you to get it. Mommy, how can we find your church? Tell us more about Solution House, even the purpose and mandate.
Okay. Well, Solution House is we're empowering you to thrive. In Solution House Ministries, we're empowering you to thrive. And if you're looking for us, we are here in Norcross. Our address is 4845 South Old Peachtree Road, Norcross, right here in Georgia, 30071. So it's 4845 South Old Peachtree Road, Norcross, Georgia, 30071.
What would we expect if we come to Solution House? Because I have been part of her ministry, and I'm telling you, as a woman, she's a great impact to my life. She's been a guide. Sometimes she does it so effortlessly. She's not even saying anything, but just communicating with you and giving you ideas. I see myself doing amazing things. I see myself challenged. Mommy, if anybody is watching us, depressed, a woman, broken, confused about their life, where to go, they feel like they've lost so much, what's your advice to them?
Right. Come to Solution House. Solution House Ministries is a place that we will build relationship with you. I know that a lot of people don't have that relationship. That's why you feel depressed. You're looking for a shoulder to lean on. You're looking for someone to cry on. Solution House is that place for you. Come and build with us. come, you will find mothers, you find young ladies, you find children, you find men who will welcome you and receive you to yourself so that you will feel at home. When you come to Solution House, we will empower. Remember, our name is Solution House. It's not just a name, but we really move you into the area where you find solutions. You will not leave the same as you came.
You'll not leave the same as you came, Mommy. No. One of the mandates that God gave me for this show is to talk about his love.
Yes.
And that love that does not discriminate, does not care about the color, does not care about the accent. Mommy, please, tell us more about the love of God. Before we end the show, tell us.
God's love is so big. When I was a kid, we used to sing, God's love is so bigger. You can go over the mountain, you can go over the valley. God's love is so big. And so when you come to Solution House, when you come there, we will show you the love of God. It's not just words, it's real love. You will feel that love. We comfort you, we embrace you, whatever state that you are in. Somebody has been there before, and they will share with you so that you will feel the love of God. I encourage you, come visit us, and you will live blessed. You will experience the love of God. It dwells within us. Yes. It's within us, and we must share it abroad.
We must share it abroad. I'm telling you, Ps Mina Adu is a blessing. It's a blessing to the kingdom of God. Find Solution House Ministry on Facebook. It's Solution House Ministry. On Instagram, it's Solution House _. Find a church. Join a church. I'm telling you, whatever you're going through, there is a solution for you. Yes. But see, one thing about Naana Morrison is I'm not really here to put you into a religion or hide you in a box. No, I'm here to tell you about the love of God. It's that love that don't care how broken you are. I mean, it doesn't even care about how much of a sinner you are, because God don't care about the sin. Every sin is the same before God. He needs you to come to him, find him, rely on him, be dependent on him. Let him help you grow. Let him shape your life. Let him take you to the next level. I mean, you've done everything, but there's one thing you've not done, which is finding God. And doing this, say to yourself, okay, I want to test the God of Naana for just 6 months. Test this God. And if you test him and he's not a good God, don't do it again. Find him and he will change your life. You can find me, share your stories with me. Tell me what you're going through. I have so many men of God. Ps Mina is there. And the mandate and purpose for what God has given them, we can connect you with most of them. On my Instagram, my personal Instagram is Naana Morrison _. My Facebook is Naana Morrison. But cheers to God. You can find Cheers to God on Facebook as Cheers to God. On YouTube, you can find Cheers to God as Cheers to God. Instagram is Cheers to God _. TikTok is Cheers to God. My website is www.cheerstogod.com. I'm going to leave you with this message. It doesn't matter what you've lost. It's okay. But there's still life. You're breathing. It means God has something good for you. Find yourself. Don't be broken. You've cried enough. Get up, pick up pieces, and build something great out of it. Support this show. Yes, our donation lines are open. Support it. Help us spread the word across the world. The proceeds of the show goes to Naana Morrison Foundation. We're helping women grow. PayPal, you can support us as info@cheerstogod.com. Go on my website, www.cheerstogod, and the donation line is there. We have the Zelle and we have the Cash App. The number is 470-331-6326. I say it again, 470-331-6326. Make me a date. Come here every time to watch me, because God will bless your life. I love you. Have an amazing day. Remember that Jesus is there for you. I would see you again. Bye-bye.